Again, it's love, it's family. Let the fun begin. We're here to connect, bring joy to your day. Style, soul, and stories in a unique way. From New Orleans roots to the world we inspire. Every click, every view takes us higher and higher. This is your space where you can feel free. A community built with authenticity. So grab your coffee, hit play and unwind. Your seat at the table is one of a kind. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your time to shine. Be part of the family, one of a kind. Whether it's your first time or you've been here before, we've got so much love waiting for you and more. Mocha's Nola Bells, where the queens unite. Serving Southern charm with a touch of that spice. We're about that love, we're about that style. Come along for the ride and stay for a while. Mocha's Nola Bells, it's the vibe for you. If you're new, pull up, make yourself at home. This is where we vibe, where the bells have grown. And if you're returning, thanks for coming through. We wouldn't be here without queens like you. We're serving you content that uplifts and inspires. From beauty and life hacks to chasing desires. This is more than a channel, it's where magic begins. Together we rise, together we win. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your time to shine. Be part of the family, one of a kind. Whether it's your first time or you've been here before, we've got so much love waiting for you and more. Mocha's Nola Bells, where the queens unite. Serving Southern charm with a touch of that spice. We're about that love, we're about that style. Come along for the ride and stay for a while. Mocha's Nola Bells, it's the vibe for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Every little click shows how much you care. We're building this space, making something divine. Welcome to the Bells, you're already in line. So if you're new, welcome, glad you stopped by. And to the OG fam, you're the reason we fly. Hit that button, subscribe, and come back again. It's Mocha's Nola Bells, where the magic begins.
Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday, happy Monday. Guys, we're back with another one. We're back with another one. I want to welcome you all back to Mocha's Unfiltered. Here, we do what we do. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody's respected. We're a family here. We get along and we don't stop. We don't stop, We're Nola Bells. Together we rise. Together we win. And the more these stories keep coming, baby, they coming and they're coming. And I want to say thank you. Thank you to all my wonderful subscribers. Those of you that are throwing these stories in my email account back. Look, left and right, they're coming. I appreciate that. I appreciate that because you guys gonna have me out here day after day after day after day without a break. And that's okay. I'm fine with that because you're giving me a reason to come every day. Because clearly you all appreciate what Mocha brings. And the more you appreciate me, the more I'm going to appreciate you. And I'm going to keep doing what I do for you. I do what I do for you. And for that, I want to say thank you, guys. I appreciate it. And before we get too far into what we're going to talk about, let me speak to all my beautiful people in here because you guys don't miss a beat. You guys don't miss a beat. And for that, I love you all. I love you all for that. You wait on me and I don't let y'all wait too long. I try to be in here before my little, 60 seconds is up. But I appreciate you guys. I want to say hello and thank you to my wonderful moderators. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. And I love you all. I love you all for all that you do. Dr. J, hey, sweetheart. Dr. J was the first one up in here. Dr. J said, each story gets worse, my Lord. Indeed. Indeed. They get worse. And for those of you that are here, I appreciate you hitting that like button. That like button is definitely a freebie. Don't cost you nothing. Don't cost you nothing. And because we do what we do here, share the live, get the word out. Because what we want to do is bring awareness to these situations. Because it's a lot of stuff that we're running across that honestly we have not heard before. We have not heard before. And these stories don't stop, guys. They're getting worse and worse by the minute. They're getting worse. So we're going to tackle them because this is what we're here to do. Hey, Christian, how are you, my love? Hey, Jazz, welcome, boo. Jazz said, goodness gracious, another horrific Detroit story. A lot of treacherous mothers out there. Jasmine, they're out there, babe. They're out there. Hey, Fee. Miss O, welcome, boo. Happy Monday to you. Miss HP, hey, girl. Hi, Tammy. Welcome, my love. Thank you, Mel. Janice, hey, sis. Hey, sister living life in Florida. Welcome, boo. Gloria, welcome, baby. Welcome. Hey, Lori, how are you, sweetheart? Happy Monday. Hey, podcast, welcome, boo. Kimberly, hello, hello, welcome. Hi, Lady T. How are you, my love? She says, hello, Mocha. Where did this happen at? I haven't heard about this one. Lady T, this story comes out of Detroit, baby. Comes out of Detroit. Man, Detroit got some shit going on. Hey, Rains, welcome, baby. Hey, Sister Reba. Yours truly. Hey, baby, what's going on? Sister Nene, Sister Nene. Hey, Pie, welcome, boo. Hey, Dale, welcome. Right? Yours truly say, I can't believe we got another one. Rest in heaven, baby boy. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Tammy, welcome, baby. Welcome. Hey, honey, welcome, my love. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for that email, girl. Hey, Red, be careful, boo. Hi, Paula, welcome, welcome. Hey, Sassy, welcome, boo. Hey, my girl, April, what's going on? What's going on? Right, April, I wondered the same thing. April said this case happened 2 years ago. Why haven't anyone heard about this? Right. I said that. And I went looking for it and didn't see it nowhere other than where I found it. Hi, Bridget. Welcome, baby. Bridget, I got your message as well, baby. And I will be on it, sis. Lord, Nene twerking. Oh, my sister in here twerking, y'all. Hi, there's another Nene. Hi, baby. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Sherry. Welcome, boo. Sherry says, hey, Mocha and family. Love you all. We love you more, Sherry. Welcome, Shirley. Welcome, boo. Hey, Malika. Hey, Bobby. Welcome, baby. Welcome. I hope you're doing well today. Nancy, welcome, love. Welcome. Akeisha, welcome, boo. Hi, Kim. Welcome, Mama. Welcome. Hey, Rock. Welcome, Mama. Welcome. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Shanta. Welcome, boo. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Yes, yes, yes. And I hope you're having one as well, boo. Hey, Mima. Hey, Tanya. Welcome, Mama. Welcome. Latanya, welcome, boo. Hey, Mariah, welcome. Auntie CC, my girl. Girl, yes, Detroit needs an overhaul. This gets worse by the day. Yes, Lord. Yours truly said, Mocha, I appreciate you bringing awareness to these issues. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Mocha continues to be a voice for the voiceless. A voice for the Detroit is in the hot seat, baby. Detroit is in the hot seat. Hey, Quilla. Quilla said, I'm so happy I did my research early on this case. Let's talk about it. Quilla girl. Hey, Queen Spirit. Oh, she's eating dinner. Okay, sister. Hi, Ariana. Welcome, boo. Imperfect Art. Welcome, my love. Welcome. Wow, Lady T says she lives in Detroit and never heard of this one. Isn't that something? How are all these cases so isolated? I don't get that. NYC girl says, hey, Mocha and chat, what the hell is going on seriously in Detroit? Seems like they don't like the innocent kids. Keep busting their ass wide open, bringing these trifling lowlifes to the forefront. Girl, I gotta. NYC girl, I got to. Nancy said, thank you, Mocha. You're the sweetest. Thank you, Nancy. Mima said, Mocha, I got to sit this one out. Praying for Detroit. I understand, Mima. I understand. Bridget said, let me get my emotions in order for this live. Girl, it's a lot. It's a lot. Hi, Lexine. Welcome, boo. Hope you're feeling well today, Lexine. Gloria said, Detroit news put the story out once or twice, then it disappears. Wow. Hi, TRW. Welcome, boo. TRW said, Mocha, I believe it's something in the food and water. Those people is weird. TRW, girl. Very weird. It's too common. Jasmine, it does. Jazz said, sounds like another Michelle Blair story. It does. Hey, D say, hey, Mocha, chat and mods. Let's get ready for an amazing story from my Mocha. Yes, girl, yes. Pray all is well with you today, D. Patricia said, I love Mocha telling the subject beforehand so I can research the story. Yes. And Patricia, that's why I posted beforehand. So you all can interact as we go along, because I don't want to just know the story by myself, girl. Oh, Lord. Alicia says she got tissues. These stories is something. Hi, Felicia. Welcome, boo. Iya's daughter. Welcome. New to your channel. I appreciate your work and giving these children a voice. Thank you, my love. Thank you. And welcome to the channel. Welcome to Mocha's Unfiltered. Welcome. Everyone here is someone. Everyone here has a voice. Everyone here has an opinion. We're a family over here. Angela, welcome, welcome. Hi, Royalty Queen. Welcome, boo. Hey, Dee. Welcome, Deidre. Welcome, girl. Hey, Mika. Hi, Nora. Welcome, my love. Welcome. I've been in the back listening, but always hit that like button. Thank you, Nora. I appreciate you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Guys, all right. We're going to get off into this good content. Guys, we got another one. We got us another one, guys. We are again diving deep. Diving deep. Thank you, April. We are again diving deep. It's one of the most fucked up cities in America that just keeps on giving. Just keeps on giving us these horrific and disturbing cases of abuse and child neglect. I've never seen no shit like this. Never. Tonight, that grown bitch that we're going to discuss, her name is Azuradee France. Just a name like that. Just that name alone spells problems. It's problems. And the victim in this case was her 3-year-old son, 3 years old. Poor baby, his name was Chayce Allen. This case is heartbreaking. This case is heartbreaking, guys. And it raises serious questions once again about Detroit, Michigan, CPS, and the justice system. Imagine, y'all. Can y'all just imagine finding out a child was hidden in a freezer for months? For months. How the fuck does that happen? Do you know what kind of heartless, piss poor motherfucker you gotta be to do this kind of sick shit to a child? Hi, Nikki. Welcome, my love. Welcome. You gotta be a heartless one. You gotta be. The devil is fucking self. That's who you gotta be. So tonight, Azuradee, whatever the fuck her name is. This bitch was 33 years old. 33 years old from Detroit, Michigan. And what baffles me, guys, is this. All these stories that we were uncovering, all these bitches are under the age of, they're no more than 30, 35. Young bitches. I don't get it. On June 23rd, 2022, this story is 2 years old. This story didn't get no attention, y'all. None. Like it was an isolated case. I don't get it. Detroit Police Department and a state child advocate went to the home to conduct a welfare check. When they got to the door, this bitch answered the door acting strange. They called for a supervisor. When they entered that home, they found 5 other children living in squalor. And during that check, a gruesome discovery was made. They found the decomposing body of a 3-year-old boy wrapped up in plastic inside of a freezer in the basement. And if it don't get no better, the freezer wasn't even on. It was a non-working freezer. So can you imagine the smell that came from out of there? 3 months plus in a dark, damp basement. And you done wrap this child up in plastic and stuck him in a non-working deep freezer like a piece of damn meat and just shoved him in there. That motherfucker told the police that in late March of 2022, she got frustrated. She got frustrated. How the hell you get frustrated with a 3-year-old? She got frustrated with little 3-year-old Chayce. And she said she kicked him in his chest. She kicked him in his chest. She said he cried until he fell asleep. And once he fell asleep, she went on about her business. and made the other children go to sleep as well because she had things to do. And the things that she had to do, hi, Miss Sean B. Welcome, boo. She had things to do. And when she had things to do, she put the other 5 children to sleep or whatever the hell she made them do. And she left the home to do whatever it is that she do. But to kick a 3-year-old bitch, you sick. So she told him, and when he didn't wake up the next morning, she went and check on him. He didn't wake up. She looked at him. She shook him. She realized he was dead. Her other children looking at her, looking at him, knowing he's dead. She told her other children, shut your mouth. You don't see nothing. I'm going to take care of this. So she decided to wrap him up. She decided to wrap him up and put him in a freezer. She went on to say that another bitch making excuses. Making excuses. She went on to say, she took it too far. The bitch yesterday used that same excuse. She took it too far. That she was frustrated. Where do these hoes come from? I have no fucking clue. These bitches are sick. She said she became frustrated because Lil Chayce wouldn't eat. He wouldn't eat. So she whipped him. And when that didn't work, she kicked him in the chest. At first, he seemed okay. But when she went the next morning, he was dead. How do you calmly say this shit, ma'am? Something is terribly fucking wrong. Something is wrong. She was a piss poor mama for one. She had too many fucking children in the house for two. And she wasn't taking care of none of them. She neglected them. Those children were pretty much on their fucking own. So that shit about he wouldn't eat and I did this to him, she lied. Because she wasn't feeding her children. They were all declared malnutrition. Even the infant that was in that house. That was they found with a dirty diaper on and a t-shirt and a bottle full of curded, spoiled, corroded ass milk. So, hey, terrific. So she wasn't taking care of her children. So she's a liar. And her lies just didn't look right. Now, you done whip his ass because he didn't want to eat. He didn't want to eat. You kicked him in his chest. You went to get him up. He wouldn't move. You said you wrapped him up. Didn't make it make sense, bitch, because then you said you woke him up to go feed him. How the fuck you want to feed somebody? Hey, Miss Buell, be careful, baby. Drive safely. But he wouldn't get up. Now, in my opinion, this bitch is sick. But yet, you knew all of this shit didn't happen. You was a big bad bitch. You wrapped him up. You was a big bad bitch. You threw him in the freezer. But you couldn't be that big bad bitch because you refused to dial 911, knowing you had done fucked up. So since you didn't dial 911, bitch, you decided to let him stay in that goddamn freezer. That's what you did. That's exactly what you did. You said, hey, Ash, welcome, boo. Welcome, Miss O. You said you didn't call 911 because you didn't want your other children to be taken away. But yet your children sit there and witnessed what you did to your 3-year-old. They saw this. Welcome, Rebecca. Well, your other children witnessed this. They're crying because they don't know what's going on with their little brother. And you're going to tell your children to shut the fuck up because you're going to take care of it. And of all her children, she said Chayce was the one that she would get frustrated with the most. And she would hit him most of the time with a belt. But get this, guys. Hey, Tuck, welcome, baby. I hope you're feeling better. Now you're telling these people how you would whip Chayce's ass with a belt. It got beyond you whipping Chayce with the belt this time, bitch. You drop kicked a 3-year-old like he was a fucking man. That's what you did. But guys, if y'all think that's heartbreaking, if y'all think that's heartbreaking, 3-year-old Chayce, guys. 3-year-old Chayce was legally blind. He was blind. So how the fuck do you abuse a 3-year-old blind baby, bitch? How do you do this shit? It's not adding up. It's not making no fucking sense to Mocha. It's not. Welcome, nature lover. This shit ain't making no sense. This child 3 years old, this child didn't see this shit coming. He's blind. Whew. She admitted to abusing him extensively for months and months prior to his death. This baby died of blunt force trauma to the head, guys. Blunt force trauma to the head. 3 years old and blind. 3 years old and blind. He had 2 fractures in his skull. 2. Having 2 fractures to the skull is something that would take a lot of force to cause. Having 2 fractures to the skull would take a lot of force. It actually takes more force to fracture a kid's skull than it would to fracture an adult. Because kids have more water content in their skulls. So this bitch has been beating this child, y'all. Endlessly for a long time. So while they were conducting their welfare check, they found a red, white, and blue bag in that freezer. And when the officer, welcome, Auntie Loretta. And when the officers opened it, he saw a child-sized decomposing body. This no good bitch went on to tell the detectives that she didn't want Chayce. She never wanted him. But she was too scared to lose her other children, which is why she never said anything about it. She said that she never had a blind child before. She didn't have help taking care of him. Actually, she didn't have help caring for none of her children. She went on, saying how caring for Chayce was so different. She said that there was a time that the kids were all living with their grandfather, her dad. This story is a lot. Definitely a lot. And forgive me, guys, for taking breaks in between my commentary. It's a lot. Welcome, Geraldine. So she said she became extra irritated because when her dad returned the kids, hey, Trees, welcome, boo. She said when her dad returned the kids, 3-year-old Chayce wasn't supposed to be one of the ones that was returned. Her daddy was supposed to take Chayce and keep him. But if that's not enough, this bitch had a history, y'all. She had a history of abusing children, her own children. She had a history of ignoring court-ordered mental health treatment. CPS investigated this motherfucker 5 times from 2018 to 2020 and substantiated multiple reports of improper supervision, physical neglect, and abuse. At the time of the birth of her 5th child in 2020, this bitch was just fucking and making children. She was a nasty bitch. Now, at the time of the birth of her 5th child, so in 2020, that was 5 children. Her other 4 kids were in foster care due to physical abuse and her untreated mental health. They were in foster care because in 2018, she pled guilty to severe physical abuse of her 2-year-old nephew. In the death of 3-year-old Chayce, on June 26, 2022, she was charged with felony murder, first-degree child abuse, torture and concealing the death of an individual. She was arraigned and held without bond. On July 12th, 2024, she pled guilty to second-degree murder with a sentence agreement. And I don't understand the judicial system. I don't fucking understand them. How do you give a motherfucker that do shit like this? How do you give them options? There should be none. She pled guilty to second-degree murder with a sentence agreement of 35 to 60 years. So she's been sentenced to 35 to 60 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections. She was sentenced according to the plea agreement. The charges of felony murder, first-degree child abuse, torture, and concealing the death of an individual. I'm confused like a motherfucker, Michigan. Those charges was dropped. They were dropped. It was noted that the judge said the mother herself was a victim of childhood abuse. I don't give a fuck. The judge said she was also had a lack of mental health treatment and the failings of a government system that should have removed her children from her custody long before she killed her son. So the judge has a problem with CPS because this bitch got a track record. Although it doesn't excuse her fucking conduct, the judge said it explained a lot. She went on to say that she wished intervention could have happened sooner. She was sentenced by Judge Tracy Green. Let's look at this bitch record dealing with CPS and the actions that CPS took. This bitch has a documented history of postpartum depression and her mental health was left untreated. I don't give a fuck. That was on her. Bitch, you should have took care of that. But you continued having babies. You continued having babies. In April of 2020, CPS received a call that this motherfucker was threatening bodily harm to her baby a day after giving birth to him. One day. You done sit up there and gave birth to a child, and 24 hours later, bitch, you threatening bodily harm to a 24-hour-old baby? And CPS let you keep that baby? CPS is fucking up. Foster care workers were already active in this motherfucker life because there were 5 kids that was placed in foster care. She wasn't being compliant. And because she wasn't being compliant, she received no counseling. In 2018, she was charged with third-degree child abuse, which is a felony, for assaulting her 2-year-old nephew. Now, y'all probably like me, how the fuck she get her hands on a 2-year-old nephew? Who would let their child be with this bitch, looking at her neglect her own? Well, it goes on to say that the child's father passed away, which was her brother. The child's mother, another piss poor bitch, she had an interview with CPS and she told CPS that she allowed her child to live with this motherfucker for a short time because she needed a break. How the fuck does a mother feel? I don't give a damn what's going on in your life. How the hell do you feel you need a break from your own goddamn children? Make this shit make sense to me. But the mother said she became suspicious that something was wrong, but she couldn't put her finger on it. She said she called this bitch to see her child, to speak with her child. This bitch would not send pictures of her child to her. She would not FaceTime her. And she refused to bring the child back home. So she ended up going and dropped the 2-year-old back to his mom. The mom took her child to the hospital because she didn't like what she saw once he got with her. The child's lips were swollen. His left eye was black and swollen with a scratch under it. He had a contusion on his forehead and bruises to his rib cage and both ankles. For that bitch pled guilty, and the state of Michigan only gave this motherfucker 2 years probation. CPS has several open cases on this motherfucker. Several. And for every open case CPS had on her, CPS closed them. Now, we probably wondering, how did the police and the child advocates get to her house to do a welfare check? Her mama name was Tony Haynes. She's the mother of this motherfucker. She said that she became suspicious. She said she called to see her grandbaby. She wanted all the grandchildren. She said, but this bitch told her that Chayce had burned his hand by touching a plate of noodles. So she said the minute that bitch told her that Chayce burned his hands touching a plate of noodles, she said immediately she called CPS. She said not only did she call CPS, she said so many others called CPS on this motherfucker over the years. She said what hurted her more than anything, CPS would come out and give the kids right back to her. Right back to her. She said that after the state had visited her daughter's home several times, and still leaving those kids in that bitch's care, she said she wanted little Chayce out of that house. She said she told her daughter, I'm going to come and get Chayce. That motherfucker knew Chayce was in that freezer. That motherfucker knew what she had done Chayce. She told her mom that Chayce had gone to live with her daddy's girlfriend in Clearwater. So the mom says she figured he was in good hands. He was with his grandpa and the grandpa girlfriend. But little did the mom know, grandpa had been in prison. Grandpa had been in jail. So when grandpa gets out of jail and she communicates with him, grandpa confirmed that little Chayce had never been to his girlfriend at all. So when she got the word from the grandfather that little Chayce had never been there, that prompted her to call CPS, that not to call Detroit Police Department to do the welfare check. Once that welfare check was done, that's how little Chayce was discovered. Imagine had she not made that call. Imagine had she not been concerned about her grandchildren and been like preacher man. Lil Chayce would still be in that basement, rotten. This is insane, guys. Detroit ain't shit. They ain't shit. And I know I was ignoring y'all. I wasn't ignoring y'all. I was just doing my thing. But I'm gonna get to these comments. It's honestly, CC, very fucked up. Very fucked up. Yours truly, definitely demonic. Definitely demonic. Who the fuck does that? Yes, Nene. Nene said, let me bless the chat. Thank you, girl. Nora says that generation is the New York quill generation. Their parents used to give them that in the NyQuil. Their parents used to give them that in the 90s so they can head out. It was the norm in that community. That's horrible. She failed that child on every fucking level. Every level, y'all. Jazz says, I kept wondering why I couldn't hear anything. Whole time her end was paused. Y'all, girl. Right, Patricia? What's going on with these women? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to drop this link, y'all. I need y'all to come up here. I need y'all. I need to hear something. I need to hear something. Detroit ain't shit. Detroit ain't shit. Queen Spirit said it's insane how they seemingly just sweep these horrific cases under the rug. Queen Spirit, 2 years ago, this has happened and nobody heard about it. I don't get it. Nobody heard about it. Mika, could you just imagine that smell? That podcast just like Michelle Blair. Another Michelle Blair. But to have all of these children and to keep treating these children like they're shit. But yet, CPS allows this. CPS allows this. CPS ain't shit. CPS has failed children all across the board here. All across the board. Now you got your big ass foot across the chest of a fucking 3-year-old. Bitch, you sick. Right, Reba? Bitch, let me kick you. Who does this? And I'm sure those other children were scared as fuck of her. They had to be. Jazz said, didn't Detroit have a situation with contaminated water a few years back? Because all of them seem to be losing their minds. Something is definitely wrong, Jazz. Imperfect Art says CPS has failed another Detroit child again. They should send the whole department. Girl, send them all to jail, Imperfect Art. This is sick. This is sick. We are continuously losing our children. We're losing them at the hands of their own parents. The motherfuckers who's supposed to love and protect them. And then here comes CPS. The motherfuckers that's getting all of this state money, they're throwing our children away. Honey says when they see the relationship don't work, they take it out on the kids, right, honey? But no man was ever mentioned. Hey, Paula, welcome, boo. No man was ever mentioned here. No man. Looking like she was looking crazy like this bitch was. She must have was one of those that go fuck in the dark, get it on, and goes back home by her fucking self because she had too many children and no fucking man was ever mentioned. Nene said it's really hard to believe we live among such evil people, especially when God is so good to us. Nene, something is wrong. Something is terribly wrong. You're surely right. In every case we get, the children are not being fed. Welcome, Melinda. The children are not being fed. But you big bitches, you're getting food stamps. You're getting benefits out the ass for these children, you motherfuckers. But yet, y'all walking y'all big, healthy, wide head ass, big, wide back football player backs around here, healthy like some motherfuckers. And y'all starving your children. And this bitch, she starved and abused a blind child. Blind. You're a rotten bitch. You are a dirty hoe. Because what you did to that baby bitch, you will see it again. You will see it again, bitch. Because shit like this don't fucking happen. And if you think you're going to get away with this shit, bitch, you should never close your eyes to go to sleep. Hey, Alma, welcome, boo. She said everyone we be talking about has more than 3 kids. Baby fucking makers. Baby fucking makers. And they're having these children for the benefits. And that's all I can see. Because every child that we speak on, they're all neglected. They're all going without. These kids don't deserve this shit. They don't. Right, Imperfect, she had just gotten the children back. Bitch was on probation and turned around and did the same goddamn thing again. Podcasting gotta be, babe. We're living in the last days. Christian said parents like her need to be called out and locked up for life. There's no place in society for this bitch. No place. Welcome, Georgia. Georgia said, truly sad. I'm in Detroit and haven't heard nothing about this. Why? Why is this so isolated? That's what I don't get. That's what I don't get. Detroit is fucked up for that one. This shit is crazy. They need to set fire to Detroit. They really did. They really do. Fifi said big wide nose having ass was sucking up all the baby's oxygen. That bitch had nostrils. But she hadn't ate up all the goddamn food stamps. Healthy hoe. But your children suffering. Daughter said so sad. These so-called mothers can't be human. They can't be. They can't be. It's something. What it is, I don't fucking know. Welcome, no nonsense. This is crazy. Children should not be crying. These children should not be hurting. These children should not be abused at the hands of their own fucking parents. These children don't deserve this. Patricia said these mothers are so detached from these kids. But Patricia, as detached as they are from these kids, I bet the fuck did not detach from them nasty ass men. All these hoes' entire existence revolves around a fucking man. Their entire existence revolves around a fucking check. And the children pays the ultimate price in the fucking end. Three fucking years old. What harm could a 3-year-old have done you, bitch? He's blind. You could have set his ass in a fucking corner hole. He wasn't going nowhere. He couldn't fucking see. But that's the one you chose to abuse. That's the one you chose to abuse. Just like you could have set your ass there and tell the detectives you didn't want little Chayce. So that means you knew for quite some time you didn't want him. And being that you knew you didn't want him, and I ain't putting this shit on no mental issues, bitch, because you ain't got no mental issues. Y'all use this as a goddamn excuse every fucking time. You knew you didn't want him. You should have gave him to some fucking body. Welcome, Niche. You should have gave him to some fucking body. You should have left him with your fucking mama, bitch. But you didn't want to turn a loser check. You lied about him being with your dad's girlfriend. You should have dropped him off. But you didn't want to get rid of the check. And that's the problem with you bitches. It's all about a fucking check for y'all. Alicia says, Patricia, these women carry hatred in their hearts for these children that they birth. So evil, some hateful bitches. Hateful bitches. And it makes me mad. The more I dig up these stories, these bitches don't need to stand in front of a judge. These bitches don't need no jury. These bitches need to stand before real women like you and me. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of them. Right, Nancy? My heart hurts. I've never dug into a story, y'all, that affected me the way this one has. The way this one has. 3 years old and blind, helpless, and didn't have hope at all. Didn't have hope at all. Sister said it's dark in this little world. And the maggot mommy did this. She did it with no remorse. She did it. She did it. Right, in perfect art. Neighbors could be nosy for every fucking thing else. Every fucking thing else. They can't make me believe. They don't know what's going on inside those. You see that big bitch coming and going. Just like you see all these other motherfuckers coming and going. And you mean to tell me y'all ain't got shit to say? Nothing? That hoe could have left the little blind boy at the grocery store. She could have left him any fucking where. She didn't have to put him in the freezer. She didn't have to drop kick him. Because bitch, me, I would be the, hey Antoinette, welcome, boo. I would have been the hoe to cut your foot off, oh. That would have been me. You wouldn't have been able to kick a motherfucker again in life, bitch. Who the hell does that? There's no reason that this 3-year-old could have given you, bitch, to deserve a kick to the chest. There's no reason a 3-year-old could have given you to fracture his fucking skull. I don't get it. And I'm going to go to bed and wake up and go to bed and wake up many days and nights and still can't comprehend this shit. What could a 3-year-old have possibly done to you, bitch? Because I'm sure he wasn't talking. What could he have done to you for you to do him the way you done him? Nene said the children of Detroit need to protest, saying, save us children from our parents. Yes, that's about the size of it. Tuck said, I'm so sick of Detroit. Tuck, me too. And I ain't even from that motherfucker. I'm sick of them. Fifi said she probably did something during pregnancy to cause this blindness. Who knows, Fee? Who knows? Because now they got this bitch on paper like she's mental. Well, if y'all knew the motherfucker was mental, how the fuck you know she's mental and you go order her to go get her own treatments? Detroit, that's where y'all fucked up. If you declared that she was mental, Detroit, why the fuck didn't you give her orders and lock her up in a facility to get the fucking help she needed? But instead, Detroit, you allowed her to be out here making more fucking babies to abuse. And then when you took her babies from her and put them in a foster care system, still with no treatment, Detroit, that you ordered for her. All you did was open up a fucking window for her to abuse somebody else's kid. That's what you did, Detroit. So Detroit is the problem. Detroit is the gateway for these motherfuckers to continue abusing children. Get rid of Detroit, and there would be no problem. Because this is ridiculous. Mika said Mocha, she saw his disability of being blind as an inconvenience to her. That bitch is sad. She is sad. You had other children in that motherfucker. If his disability was an inconvenience to you, bitch, you could have got another one of your fucking children to help you with this child. That's what the fuck you should have done. That's what the fuck you should have done, ma'am. Laurie said he was a child she targeted to take her anger out on. So sad. Yes, Laurie. Yes. Imperfect Art says, I live here and I'm sick of this failed city. Girl, I bet you are. I bet you are. Yours truly, they never mentioned the baby daddy. But her mother, yours truly, her mother was very concerned. Her mother, and she kept lying to her mom. And CPS, how the fuck you gonna take the children and not give them to the mom? That's the fucked up part. Because if the mom cared enough to call DPD to do a welfare check, she had some type of care. But CPS, you failed them. You failed them miserably. Right, Patricia? His blindness was a check. NYC girl said this shit is hurting me with these stories. She needs to be clocked in prison. I'm sure she will be. I'm sure she will be. Jasmine says, see, she must have been inspired by Michelle ass, because ain't no way. How do you get upset with a 3-year-old child who can't defend themselves? Jasmine, exactly. Exactly. And just like I'm sure they told Michelle Blair ass up, they need to tag hers too. They need to tag her ass too. Right podcast, no daddies. None. Not one. Alicia, that's what broke me right there. Alicia said the pain that baby was going through nonstop. Alicia, that's the part that broke me. That's where I lost it. To imagine what that child endured. Horrific. Nikki says a lot of women use drugs or drink alcohol during their pregnancy, but mistreat their children because of the motor skills. That's fucked up. That's the fucked up part. Miss Sean B said, Nene, we're not only in Detroit. Some of us live in Western New York. I still bear the scar on my head. God rest his little soul. Girl. God rest his soul. Right, Nee? They made a law that allows no questions asked. You could drop your kid or kids off at the nearest fire station. Why keep them if they don't love them? Nene, right. Right, sis, right. My God, my God. Right, Jazz? That wasn't her first time kicking him. That was not her first time kicking him. I'm convinced she done it before. Dirty bitch. You understand, Dr. J? Dr. J said she could have sent Chayce to me. Exactly. Shit. Podcast, I feel you, boo. Podcast says I'm in tears now. Podcast. I feel you on that. Nene, that part. Nene said, you mean to tell me he was blind and she the one that's mad? The nerve. A trifling bitch. Trifling. Tree said, hey, Mocha in chat, I'm late tuning in. Not another neglected child, girl, yes. Every day it gets worse and worse. Every day. April, it is, boo. April said, Mocha, I know it's hard telling these stories. It's heartbreaking to the soul. April, my love for children is unwavering. Some of these stories I could stomach. And I'm okay. But when I got to this one, it broke me. Literally broke me. I don't understand it. I don't understand the mindset of these disgusting women. I don't. And the thing is, you could say, with her, you can't say. With her, you can't say she was one of those that was in the street. You can't say she was one of those that took the money and did the clothes and the makeup. And so my question is, because the way she was living was horrific. So my question is, all these checks you getting, ho, what the fuck did you do with the money? What the fuck did you do with those children checks? Because you were living like shit. You was living worse than outside animals, bitch. But you got the nerve to be mad. Mad enough to abuse your fucking children. Who you mad at, motherfucker? You should be mad at yourself for laying there having them many children. Hey, Shalona, welcome, boo. You should be mad at your fucking self, bitch, for not taking the time and learning how to be a proper fucking mother, to give your children the love, the affection, and the attention that they fucking need. That's who you need to be mad at, bitch. But you're mad at your children. Children that did not ask to be here. You're taking it out on your children, ma'am. And then the one, Jazz, always poor. Always the poor ones. And making more babies. Hey, Miss Lynn, welcome, boo. This hoe didn't need no children. She didn't need none. Jazz says CPS is getting paid for visits. Gotta be. They keep these children in a home so they can get more calls to the same place and get paid. Jazz, that's the way it's beginning to look. That's the way it's beginning to look. You big nasty bitch. 33 years old. With 6 fucking children. And you've abused them all. You've abused them all. And CPS was aware of the abuse that you endured on your children. Yet they allowed you to continue having those children in your care. Again, as I've said, CPS needs to be restructured. Right, Jazz? She didn't want EBT, neither SSI cut off. That's why she put him in that goddamn freezer. That's exactly why she kept him in that freezer for months. A non-working freezer. How stinker than a motherfucker. Maggots, I'm sure, everywhere. Because you had him wrapped up in a bag. All they saw was the bones of that child sticking out. Because that's how quick he decomposed. Right, Queen Spirit? Them dumb motherfuckers gave the children back. CPS. That's a fucking bunch of alphabets I don't never want to know. Right, Nikki? Trump want to mistreat the poor. Do something with them fucking mistreated children. He's another one. Bitch, your agenda wrong. But yet, you go to court for doing what the fuck you're doing. And the court system even give this bitch a pass. How the fuck you get a pass for mistreating innocent goddamn children. You, all of a sudden now in Detroit, you get to choose your sentence. Just like Jarvis, you get to choose when you turn yourself in. Really? Come on, Detroit. Nene says, I agree. CPS needs help. CPS needs help. Federal funding for starters. We all agree Detroit is in a state of emergency. Fund them so they can properly train and hire adequate help. Nene, in my opinion, they got enough funds to do what the fuck they gotta do. You ain't gotta have money to take a goddamn child out of a bad situation. I don't give a fuck if you find the nearest goddamn relative. Save a child. All it gonna take for CPS to make their report is type that shit up or write it on paper. Either fucking way you do it, you saving some fucking body. Right and perfect. Oh, that's what I want to know. How the fuck she get a plea agreement? All the charges racked up against this bitch, and she got a plea agreement. Sassy says, I don't understand. Where are other family members? No, not everyone can stand guard, but damn, no one's seen this before the babies meet their maker? Girl, right. Right. Yours truly, that part. You know how many people have been abused growing up and become excellent parents? Right. Because they don't want their children to live through what they've been through. Ain't a goddamn thing they could keep blaming on damn mental health. She knew exactly what she did. It was her aim. That's crazy. This shit is crazy. Miss O, girl, I don't know what's going on in Detroit, Miss O. You're truly right. She kept doing it because there was no consequences. Sassy says the umbrella for mental health is so wide. Get the fuck out of here. CPS and family fails. Sassy. Right, sis. They failed. They're failing these babies every fucking day. Jazz says if these women can do this to their own children, imagine how they treat everyone else. Jasmine. But no, Jazz. Look at the shitty bitch that we talked about the other day. Look at her. She mistreated the fuck out of her children, Jazz. But then the lady she was living with was saying how she interacted with and loved the children that was in that house. Ain't that some shit? So you could take your nasty ass out in the street and love on somebody else's children, but you treat yours like fucking animals. You bitches are backwards. Yours truly said mother doesn't ever get a break. That job is 24/7, 7 days a week. Exactly. But these bitches, they don't look at it that way. They definitely don't look at it that way. Bridget said it ain't making no sense. Bridget, this whole situation is sad. It is sad. And she used those children for whatever the fuck she was going through. Sassy says, Nene, I kind of agree. But if I don't know how or like to cook, why should I be a chef? Some CPS workers don't get paid enough for what's out here. And that's facts. Hey, Teasy, welcome, mama. Love you too, HP. Thank you so much for that super sticker, my love. This shit is crazy, y'all. All that baby to her was a goddamn check. Michonne B says, so that's why she kept doing it. Because she could and no one cared. She's lucky she had the sister that she did and not me. Huh? 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 She lucky. She's fucking lucky. For this situation here, Lori, she got sentenced. She got sentenced. She made an arrangement with on a plea agreement. 35 to 60 years. That was her sentence. Right, Deidre? Deidre said these people are failing these kids big time. And they are. And they are. This is crazy as shit. Nancy, you know what? Not only on this case, same thing I say about Annette, right? These bitches got to know somebody. Hey, Mary, welcome, boo. These bitches got to know somebody on the inside with CPS. Their caseworkers got to be their friend. Nancy said, sound like she knew somebody with CPS. This is insane. Same thing I said about Annette. Them bitches got to know somebody that's in CPS. The worker go and visit their house. They got to have some type of relationship with these bitches. Because who does that? Unless these workers just don't give a fuck. They don't want to do the extra paperwork. They don't want the task of being loaded with paperwork. They don't want the undaunting task of having to go in front of a judge. They don't want the task of finding placement for these children. So I'm going to leave these motherfuckers where they at, and I'm going to visit only if I get another call. That's the route CPS is taking. Reba said, ooh, child. And I wanted to visit Detroit. Think I better stay away. However, I've got family in Michigan, girl. Girl. Nikki said, that's why those kids are still at Annette's home. Because CPS don't give a heck about the Nikki, that part. That part. Because those children are still with Annette. Just like those children are still with Shannon. CPS don't give a fuck. And to blame it on the fact that she was abused. Right, yours truly. I don't give a fuck how abused she was. I don't. Because that don't give her an excuse. I could see if you whip your child's ass. I get that. But to unalive your child, bitch, you got a serious problem. Right, Bobby. Can you imagine the flies? Oh, my God. Imperfect says so many people have a job just for the money. To be a CPS worker, you must possess passion and compassion and a true desire for the health and welfare of children. And they don't have it. They don't have it. CPS workers today are just like fucking teachers. They're there because they know they need an income and they do just the bare minimum to keep a job in order for them to have an income. This is sick. This is so fucking sick on all levels. On all levels. And it hurts. Thank you so very much for the super sticker, NYC girl. It hurts on all levels, y'all. I have never, like I've said before, I've never been so choked up. I've never been so choked up on commentary like I am on this one. And I don't know what it is about little Chayce, but it didn't affect me in so many ways. So many ways. Because I can't possibly imagine this. I can't. Jasmine said here in Cali, they'll try to remove your children or investigate more if there's more than one call. I don't get it. Georgia said it's truly sad. But she said she hadn't heard nothing about that. I read that one already. Dr. J, I'm sure. She was getting a check for Chayce and she was getting a check for all the rest. She definitely was. This is crazy. Patricia said it brings me to tears thinking about the cases we don't hear about. Patricia, there are stories. There are stories. There are so many stories about that out here with these bum ass women. You know, and if I could just take them all, I would. I would. Alicia said there was a lady that flew here on the plane, and she said, time she hit Detroit, she started feeling like she had bricks on her shoulders. She said this city has a very demonic, evil presence. Alicia, I could believe that. I could believe that just from what I'm gathering here. I could believe that. Queen Spirit said those men don't give a fuck about them. They're hanging on for the check. Exactly. Exactly. Every time you turn around, you're blaming it on their mental. I can't. And I refuse to blame that shit on their fucking mental. I refuse. Dr. J said, yep, they want those checks. Don't forget the food stamps, Mocha, that too. That's what them bitches wanted. Thank you for gifting a membership, Tammy. Thank you, boo. Jazz says some women just don't want their children. There's no connection. They'd rather be without them, so they mistreat the ones they have or don't raise them at all. And that is so unfortunate. That is unfortunate. You know, just me, myself, the way that I speak and the way that I deal with people. Somebody could say Mocha got fucking mental problems. But Mocha could debunk that. I ain't got no fucking mental problems. So that's why I have a problem with everybody blaming every fucking thing on mental issues. Because we all can look at one another and say that we have mental issues. Because you don't see things the way I see things. You don't do the things with the way I do things. So now we classify it as mental. We're not mental. We're trifling. Fifi said this could have been avoided Many opportunities to save the kids. Exactly. Right, Tammy? All them bitches need a $250 million bond. Cash only. Nikki said some states you can't use mental health. They're locking your ass up, especially here in Louisiana. You ain't getting no mental health, nothing. Nothing. You ever seen a retarded man go to death row? We got him blind, crippling, crazy on fucking death row. You commit a goddamn crime, you will pay for it one way or another here in Louisiana. Imperfect, thank you, my love. Thank you for that beautiful super sticker. NYC girl say, I don't give a fuck. I'm that nosy neighbor in my neighborhood with the kids. Trust and believe that NYC girl as you should. As you should. Because I see everything. I don't miss a damn thing. And that's why I am who I am on this app. I talk what the fuck I see. And ain't nobody gonna dispute that. I am who the hell I am. Paula says society treats animals better. I'm so sick of people hurting kids. Paula, you and me, bro, boo. Laurie says, can't you bring a kid to a hospital or police station if you don't want it? You can. You can. These hoes are pathetic. That part. Reba says, hell, the other kids knew Lil Chayce didn't deserve what happened to him. They knew. And they were scared as fuck of her. They were scared. Hi, Exquisite Life. Welcome. This is pathetic. She could have called anybody, y'all, to take those children. Any fucking body. Right, Treese? I bet his goddamn check wasn't no inconvenience. Right. She had to be a druggie. She had to be something because the bitch was living nasty. She was living nasty. Damn, Jasmine. Jazz said, who knows? Maybe one of them children belong to Jarvis. Come on, Detroit. Come on. Imperfect said her mama failed that blind child too. A mother knows her child, and her mama knew of her mental illness. Imperfect, right. Right. Because she could have stepped in long before then. She knew. Because if she didn't know, or try to make the world believe she didn't know, you can't make me believe it was just instincts that made you call Detroit Police Department. Because that mama made the statement that on so many different occasions, she and others have called CPS on this woman. So the mama ain't shit either. Tammy, that's a serious problem. Because here they are, they're singling out certain children. You got a house full of children, but you're putting your hands on certain ones. So is it the father that you're resenting and you taking it out on your child? And bitch, what I don't understand, I don't give a good goddamn how much you don't like the daddy. I don't give a goddamn how much you don't like the man. My problem is this. My problem is this. You don't have to like him, boo. But what you're not understanding, bitch, you're the one that carried that child for 9 months. You're the one that should have had that fucking attachment, bitch. You're the one that should have had the love, the care, and the concern, and wanting to protect this child no fucking matter what. But then these children lose their life at the hands of you monsters. Thank you so much for gifting the membership, Gloria. These bitches are sick. Nikki says Blair's story was very sad also, and also interesting. I say that because she mentioned the baby's fathers. They failed the child. That was a horrible story as well. Right, Queen Spirit? They're taking it out on these children. They're taking it out on these children. These children don't deserve this, y'all. Jenna says, I awake with feelings every day, but these stories make my heart and soul bleed. By the end of the day, I have to disconnect from all feelings in order to cope with the ugliness of this world. Jenna, I understand. Hey, Amarachi, welcome, boo. I understand. Podcast says I've been upset with my kids when they were small, but I walked away and gave myself time to think. I never thought of hurting my kids' podcast. No decent person, no decent person would think of hurting their own children. None. None. CPS is a joke. CPS is a joke. And I thank God for being who I am and not ever needing a fucking reason to call a CPS. Nene said them checks can't be worth much. SSI for a disabled in Detroit is $769. I spend that in movies, dining out, and gifting per month. I don't get it. Nene, they don't care. I don't get. They don't give a fuck. HP say all the people who really want kids and can't have them. Sorry, motherfuckers. Right, HP. $769 would make you unalive your child or keep an unwanted child. You some broke, poor assholes. Yeah, Nene. Yes. This shit, y'all, this shit is tearing me up. Paula says, I need these families to tighten the hell up. Nobody know anything until it's too late. And you know, nobody knows nothing until it's too late, right? But what's crazy? Let me tell y'all what's really crazy. Detroit. These stories are happening right under our noses, guys. Right there in Detroit. And the residents of Detroit don't even know what's going on next door to them. They don't know what's going on in their backyards. They don't know. Because cases like this, they're getting no attention. And that's hurtful. That's hurtful. So why are situations like this with little children that's being hurt the way these kids are being hurt? Why is it so isolated? Why is it that CPS, okay, the report comes, the mama get her ass locked the fuck up, y'all bury the child, and that's the end of the story? Why are our little children being a lost cause? Why are our little children falling through the cracks? Because at the end of the day, in life, nobody cares. And in death, nobody still cares. I don't get it. Right, Alicia? It's not that they don't have the money. They just don't care. Queen Spirit said, hearing these cases made me even more grateful for the amazing support system I had when my children were growing up. Queen Spirit, girl, what I can say from the beautiful women that's in here, all the beautiful people in here, and hearing the feedback from these stories, whether you know it or not, we're all blessed. We're all blessed to have had the love, the guidance, the warmth, and the nurturing of the support systems that we have. Jasmine said, one thing I could say about Michelle, she never claimed to have a mental illness. She said she knew what she was doing and accepted the jail time. That was not mental. That was not mental. This is crazy, guys. And the stories don't stop. There are more and more stories out there. Some worse than this one. And I pray I don't run across any more like this. Because this one took a lot from me. Took a lot out of me. Because no kid, not one, deserves to go through what little Chayce went through. None. Not one. Thank you, Gloria. Gloria gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, my love. No kid deserves what these filthy mamas are putting them through. No kid deserves to be brought in this world and don't even make it to their 5th birthday. That's not what this is not what we do to children. This is not what we do to children, y'all. A bleeding heart for kids that you have no connection to and don't even know says a lot. Sitting up here doing this commentary and struggling. Struggling. Because I feel not only did little Chayce not deserve this, but I took this story on as if Chayce was for me. Who does that? And like y'all said, you gotta be sick. You gotta be psychotic. Something is terribly wrong. Welcome back, Bridget. Welcome back. Red girl. Red. Red. I ran across that story too. She had a problem with the dad. And that seems to be what they all have in common. How the hell do you stick your child in an oven, bitch? How the hell do you do that? Sassy girl. Sassy. The Jamaria Sessions story. When y'all brought that story to my attention, girl, I refused to go to sleep last night, Sassy, until I looked at that story. Sassy, I think I got through the first 3 minutes. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to have to get a little stronger. I'm going to have to put myself in a better place before I deep dive into that one. Now, that story there, horrific. Horrific. There's no way. And Sassy, that baby, she saw her death coming. A fucking dog. Do you know what kind of animal that bitch was? And she commanded that dog. Mm-mm-mm. I think that story, I'm going to have to demonetize my life when I do that story. I have to. Because the unfiltered in me will really be unfiltered. So before I get red strikes from YouTube, you know, I'm just going to demonetize that live. Because there are no decent words. There are no good words. There are no good thoughts that I could think of when it comes to that bitch that did that to that little girl. I don't know where these women come from. I don't know where they come from. But I'm so glad that I'm so glad that this is where I choose to be, speaking on behalf of these children. Because some things you can't sugarcoat. Some things you can't put a Band-Aid on and pat a bitch on a hand. Now that particular story, we going in the mud. We going in the mud. Mocha's gonna be the unfiltered Mocha favorite for real, for real, for real. She don't deserve no grace, no kind. No kind. This shit is horrific. This shit is sad. Every fucking day. What is wrong with these people? And the sad part about it, this little girl, her daddy knew all about it. Jesus. Tanya said, and the sad part about it is that as we sit here, there's a kid out there going through some kind of abuse, and it's heartbreaking. Tanya, yes. 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 Patricia said these babies don't deserve the abuse they're born into, and they don't. And they don't. Melinda said, I love this little baby boy like he was my son. This is so evil. I hope she never sees the light of day. And it's a shame that I say it. It's a shame that I say it. I hope she don't see the end of the month. I hope they do something to her so cruel and foul and heartless. She don't make it to the end of the month. Terrific. I never heard of that one. Two different bitches who put their babies in the microwave. These bitches. It's some type of drug, y'all. It gotta be a drug. Who the fuck gonna put a child in the microwave? Man. Oof. Miss Lynn said that was a sad story, and the father knew exactly what his girlfriend was doing to that baby. Miss Lynn, I saw that. He knew. He knew. Because what other reason would they have them cameras all in that fucking house? And with the record that fucking daddy had, let me tell y'all something. When we talk about people failing children, with the criminal record that daddy had, I fought that grandma. She had custody of those children. The school allowed this nigga to walk into the school and take his child. Grandma, why you didn't keep fighting to get your children back? No, I'm going all in. Thank you for that super sticker, Sassy. Thank you, my love. This is crazy. Fee, we do. We get down and dirty in this motherfucker. We do. And it's coming. Sassy said, I'm so glad you're here too, Mocha, and appreciate everything you do. Thank you, Sassy. Thank you. Tanya said, you have to be some kind of sick-ass monster to treat kids like this. I just don't understand how a human being can be so cruel. Tanya, we're seeing it. Live and in living color. We're seeing it. Okay, terrific. This is crazy. April said the bitch Tashelle Martin in Florida, that's her. That's her. That's her. She looks like a crackhead. Angela said poor little Chayce was innocent. She could have dropped him off at a crisis center and asked for help. Some of these women nowadays are just evil. Angela, that was sick. Hey, OG Jamel, welcome, boo. Yours truly said, I didn't know we allow our kids to be abused and killed for food stamps. My God, this is horrific. Horrific. Her Aries says, thank you for saying what we all are thinking, Mocha. You're welcome, my love. You're welcome. Like I said, I'm a voice for the voiceless. I will continue. Hey, no fucks given. Hey, boo, how you feeling today? I'm going to continue to be a voice for the voiceless, guys. That baby did not deserve that at all. Miss Sean B said, what about that story about the stepmother, the daughter, and her father and the trash can? I never heard of that one. Never heard of that one. This shit is insane, y'all. Insane. Insane. And you know, whew, the stories, they get worse. Tammy says, we love you, Mocha. Thanks for your content. And I love you guys more. I do. I appreciate y'all so much. I do. Let me tell you, these stories are so insane, y'all. Even the woman, and they're putting everything on mental issues. Even the woman that pushed that child in a swing for 2 days. These drugs are destroying our society. The drugs are destroying our society, which allows these mothers to destroy their children. And then the women get a pass because you're fucked up on drugs, and now the system is saying you got a mental problem. You ain't got no mental problem. You're a fucking addict. Make this shit make sense. Oh, no Thanksgiving. I know how that feel, girl, because I got sickness from children too, girl. Lady T said we all need Jesus in our lives. We need to continue to pray for one another and our children. Of course, he's love, Lady T. And universal prayer is great. And we need that. Red accent Sean B. Is that the story about the underage girl who was pregnant by an older man and he threw the newborn in in a dumpster on camera? Oh God. Oh my God. Y'all, these stories. These stories. Hmm. I just can't. I just can't, y'all. Right, Dr. J, as a reminder, the subscribe button is free too. Please smash it if you enjoy the content from Mocha. Yes, yes, I encourage you all. I encourage you all to hit that like button. I encourage you all to subscribe. I really do. You know? And if you found this live discussion, if you found any value, any type of value in this discussion, I encourage you to thumbs up the live, share the live, and make sure you hit that bell so you can always be notified of when I go live. I do. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And I can't stress that enough. Right, Nene? April said the only good part about these stories is that it brought us together to meet you. Thank God for you, Mocha. Let's keep our feet on their necks. Thank you, April. Thank you. And we've unified in such a way to whereas we all share the same sentiments. We all share the same compassion. We all hurt the same way when it comes to these children. When it comes to these children. And I will not stop speaking for these children. I will continue to bring awareness to these situations. Because just like this story tonight, there are so many out there that are unheard of. And I encourage you all to make use of my email address. Send the stories. Send the stories. Because I can assure you, those stories will definitely hit this platform. As a matter of fact, tonight after I shower and get ready for bed, I'll be working on commentary because I intend to be out here every day this week. Because we have them many stories, y'all. Them many stories. So every day this week, we have so much to talk about. So much to talk about. Miss Sean B said, Red, no. The stepmother wasn't feeding the child, cutting her hair, and ultimately she called the dad about her being gone. They put her in the trash and lit it. Wow. Wow. Y'all, these stories. These stories. Melinda said, yes, thank God for you, Mocha. You're amazing. Thank you, my love. I just try to do what I feel is best. Thank you, Tammy. Tammy said, I've subscribed, became a member, and hit the like button. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Thank you, NYC girl. But ladies, this story tonight kicked me in the gut. And y'all know normally I'm on here for 3 hours, but I'm going to cut y'all short an hour. I'm going to go get my mental together because there are more stories to come. More stories to come. And I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all for coming here tonight. and engaging and sharing your thoughts on this particular story. And I ask that you guys keep Mocha in prayer, so my mental could be on 100 when it comes to these stories. When it comes to these stories. Because you need to be strong dealing with this. Antoinette said, this reminds me of that story about the woman who put her 3 kids in. Yeah, we just spoke about that, Antoinette. Similar story, girl. Similar story. Terrific say, Mocha, it's a shame. But with what's going on, you'll have content for years. Ain't that some shit, Terrific? Ain't that some shit? Miss Sean B said, good night, Mocha. Go take care of you now. You filled us. Thank you. You're welcome, my love. PP said, we love and appreciate you too, sis. Girl. Queen Spirit, silly as shit. I'm a sage my drink. Girl, you're crazy. Patricia said, take care of you first, Mocha. Most definitely. Sassy said, I'd rather lose an hour and you gain strength for the upcoming fucked up stories. Thank you, Sassy. I love you guys. I love you guys unconditionally. I really do. And guys, on that note, I'm going to say goodnight. And I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do this again. We got a story coming out tomorrow. I'll post it on my wall. And I'm just going to give you guys a little heads up on what our content tomorrow is going to be. We're going to be discussing Elise Chambers. Elise Chambers is that bitch that, Laria, thank you, boo. Thank you for the Cash App. So the story tomorrow is going to be on this girl that, the one that zip tied her baby. 5 years old, I believe he was. So, and this took place in St. Louis, Missouri. So, and she was but 26 years old. 26 years old. And another abuser zip tied her damn baby. So, we're going to jump on her tomorrow. We're going to jump on her tomorrow. And guys, you're welcome, Alicia. Good night, Patricia. Thank you, Dr. J. Yours truly said, I saw that one this morning. I'm telling you, that's a hell of a story. That one, I mean, and this one is fresh. This one here just happened last month. So, well, yeah, it's not even a month old. So the story is really, really fresh. So we're going to jump on that one. I'm going to say good night, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed night. Protect your energy. Protect your peace. Love on your children. Love on yourself. And God is going to take care of the rest. Because when you mistreat a child, you could count your days. Because God is going to mistreat you. And you can believe that. So on that note, I'm going to say good night. I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow. You all be blessed.
Welcome to the vibe. It's where the bells unite, bringing all the energy, shining so bright. Whether you're new or you're back again, it's love, it's family. Let the fun begin. We're here to connect, bring joy to your day. Style, soul, and stories in a unique way. From New Orleans roots to the world we inspire. Every click, every view takes us higher and higher. This is your space where you can feel free. A community built with authenticity. So grab your coffee, hit play, and unwind. Your seat at the table is one of a kind. Like, comment, subscribe, it's your time to shine. Be part of the family, one of a kind. Whether it's your first time or you've been here before, we got so much love waiting for you and more. Mocha's no love bells where the queens unite. Serving southern charm with a touch of that spice. We're about that love, we're about that style. Come along for the ride and stay for a while. Oh, Mocha's no love bells, it's the vibe for you. If you're new, pull up, make yourself at home. This is where we vibe, where the bells have grown. And if you're returning, thanks for coming through. We wouldn't be here without queens like you. We're serving you content that uplifts and inspires, from beauty and life hacks to chasing desires. This is more than a channel, it's where magic begins. Together we rise, together we win. Like, comment, subscribe, it's your time to shine. Be part of the family, one of a kind. Whether it's your first time or you've been here before, we got so much love waiting for you and more. Just know the bells where the queens unite, serving southern charm with a touch of that spice. We're about that love, we're about that style. Come along for the ride and stay for a while. Oh, Mocha's Nola bells, it's the vibe for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Every little click shows how much you care. We're building this space, making something divine. Welcome to the bells, you're already in line. So if you're new, welcome, glad you stopped by. And to the OG fam, your reason we fly. Hit that button, subscribe, and come back again. It's Mocha's Nola bells where the magic begins.
Good night, everybody. You all have a blessed night, and we will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Love you all.